Well, good morning. Needless to say, it's raining today. And according to the weather forecast, all morning. So a little bit of an intro and catch up from last night. So after a 3.5 or so kilometer hike on Rush Cove Road, which was all gravel, was able to get picked up by my cab fare and brought back to Bay Campground and settled in for the rest of the night. Slept a little bit better, but still trying to work out, you know, the change between having a proper bed and a proper pillow to, in this case, even it was a proper bed, a sleeping bag, and a inflatable small pillow. So not the greatest, but it was still a night in a shelter, which was more than I can say for right now. So anyways, got picked up by that same cab this morning, and I'm out on the trail again. Luckily, it's a little bit of a shorter hike today than it was yesterday. So still looking at about maybe 5 to 6 hours, especially, you know, taking my time with the rain and my footing, especially lots of rocks, lots of fallen leaves from the fall. So it's going to be a little slippery. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And as always, I'll keep you apprised as to anything that's noteworthy, and see you on the flip side. Hope to see you out there. Just to give you a quick little update. Just took some shelter under this overhang, just to catch my breath a little bit, relax, and trying to regroup. It's only been a half a kilometer, but again, I really want to just take my time and try not to overheat, especially with a raincoat on. Very, very important that you find one that has pit zips, which mine does, thankfully. It can really help with the ventilation. And the trail continues on. You can kind of see the lake in the background there through the trees. First lookout of the day. Still raining. But the one thing I will say about rain is it really brings everything to life. Oh. But it also creates havoc because I can't see anything because my glasses are all fogged up. Alright guys. This is going to be interesting. So needless to say, it's been raining all morning, all night actually. And then I get to this. Descent to the waterfront is steep and slippery when wet. Take extreme caution. Use at your own risk. All right. Wish me luck. Yeah, of course I had to go for the tree that didn't exactly exude confidence. There we go. Like your parents used to tell you when you were young, go down on your bum. Of course, it doesn't help that this rope is wet as well. Not sure how well you guys can see what I've just had to climb, or climb down, I should say. And quite a bit more to go. Thank you to the brave souls who put this in. Okay, kind of hoping you guys can see all that. Not sure if it completely stopped raining or if it's just the drips from the branches above. Okay. I don't trust slippery rocks. There we go. Almost down. What a journey. You can see the rock face a little bit. I can't even see where I came down except for that 2 lines of handholds. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to take a bit of a breather and find my courage again. So the Ivan Lemcke side trail, I ran into that earlier, and kind of makes me want to wonder what would have been the safer route today. And still quite the view. So not quite sure if I did the used the trail app incorrectly, but when I double checked from where I left off to Lion's Head, it was about 17 kilometers. But today, it's apparently 21. So, looks like it's going to be a long day, but we'll see. Still got to try and take my time and not overheat, and watch my footing, of course, and get there in one piece. So, I think it did actually stop raining. Just sat and had a bit of a break. But now that the rain has stopped, unfortunately, rain jackets are just one of those things where it keeps the rain out, but it makes you sweat. So needless to say, I've started to feel a little cold. So I got my tilly hat. That's not really a tilly, just to keep my head warm and keep the drops from the tree branches out of my eyes and out of my glasses so I can actually see where I'm going. And thought I'd show you a little bit of what I'm looking at. So I'm down at the lake edge. Kind of hard to see, but heard some crows or something squawking away. Anyways, a little bit more a little bit later, after I get some more kilometers in. Did another double check of the destination, and it's 18 kilometers away. So there is one side trail that would cut off a lot of Lion's Head Peninsula, but I'll have to make that call when the time comes. It all depends on, you know, if I need shelter or if I can make it the entire duration. So yeah, so I slowly made my way up in elevation from the water's edge. Can't really see the path other than I can tell you it's meandering down there and up and up. Oh look, it's a guy line all the way up to some stairs. I'm not going to take you on this journey here, folks. I'm kind of struggling a little bit and whoops, taking multiple breaks, so I'm just going to take my time with this one and make my way up there, and I'll see you on the other side. Well, folks, just another little outcrop of a lookout, and apparently this is Barrow Bay. And that monstrosity in the background, that's Lion's Head. So somehow I'm gonna go down to the base along the lake here, up around, and then all the way around the escarpment. There is a side trail somewhere midway. I'll have to debate that or not. It's been a day. At least it stopped raining. Sun is slowly coming out. Birds are chirping. Stomach's rumbling. You know, all the nature signs. Alright guys, got a lot of work ahead of me. Alright folks, so as you can see I finally ditched the rain jacket. Sun is out-ish, but no, it's starting to get cold under the rain jacket, so wanted to strip that off and give my body a bit of a chance to breathe. It feels like there's a gradual descent. Not sure what the village is between Hope Bay and Lion's Head Peninsula, or the provincial park, but I should be coming up on that very shortly. And I wanted to show you a little bit more of the trail. So it's a little harder on the feet. There was a bit of time that it was kind of like dirt or just crushed leaves. Actually, there was a section that all the leaves were black or like a dark purple, and at first I thought that there was a fire, but it was just the natural color of the leaves, and of course it was covering everything. But been walking on rock now for the last little bit, and it looks like I got more to do. You can see all the crevices, which is kind of cool. I forgot to mention that I came across a crevice that still had snow and ice in it. So we're the third week of May, and we had some really warm temperatures. Like we hit 30 degrees a few times back in KW, and yeah, needless to say, it was still there. So pretty impressive. Yeah, so if you can follow this path, you can see the blaze turning right, and then you can still see the gradual descent. So yeah, descents are one thing, ascents totally different. Not looking forward to climbing up Lion's Head. For the views, yes. For my feet and my legs, anyways. Okay, we'll check in a little bit later. So, after my last video, there was a quick walk through Barrow Bay, and then a very long, boring, and hard on the feet walk on a gravel road, but it led right up into Lion's Head Provincial Park, which is where I am now. And the only good thing about that is it was a slow ascent into or onto the top of the escarpment again, as opposed to a brutal climb kind of like earlier. So right now, that's my view. And kind of hard to believe that just earlier this morning, I was over there on that side, looking at this side. Pretty cool. Probably the best view that I've seen so far in the last couple days. Nothing but water. Lion's Head is very rugged. A lot of up and down. Not necessarily several meters, but up a rock, down a rock, up 2 more, down 3, that kind of thing. So it's been very tough. Not like it's just a flat out hike on level ground at all. So, and even here you can see, been walking on this too for a bit. Beautiful but rugged. Well, good evening. I wanted to record something for the end of the day. I had a hell of a time in Lion's Head Provincial Park. Just the terrain was really challenging, and for the most part, like, I can walk for pretty decent distances, like 15, 20, 25k, even longer with some practice. But kind of like, I don't want to say jumping down from rock to rock, but like trying to navigate crevices and changing terrain from rock face to compressed soil to tree roots and a combination of everything along those lines, it made it really, really difficult to get through Lion's Head. So needless to say, in addition to that, my day also extended at least 7 or 8 kilometers more than I was planning. So it was supposed to be 7 or 18 kilometers, ended up being 26. It just seemed as though the trail coming out of Lion's Head Provincial Park just didn't want to stop. Like, I was coming down the escarpment, I was starting to feel that decline or the descent, and there was a little bit of a parking area. It's like, great, I can stop and have a bit of a break, and I still had like 2 more kilometers to get into Lion's Head. So it was really daunting, and it really, you know, messed with me a little bit. And needless to say, my legs were starting to hurt, my feet were aching badly. So I was able to reach out to my lovely wife, who was able to find a hostel of sorts in Lion's Head. So it's not really a B&B. Actually, I got the house to myself right now. And I really needed a hot shower and a bed to lay in, because even though I had a bed at Bay Campground and a bunkie, I still was trying to get used to my camp pillow. So it was kind of like smaller, and I was trying, like, if I laid it flat, it was too low. So I had to kind of like let some of the air out and stand it up on edge so that it would support my neck at the right height. But then, of course, like moving around and that would kick out and blah, 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 blah. So I wasn't really sleeping all that well. So I'm going to take a bit of a breather this evening, see how my legs and everything else feels in the morning. Tomorrow is a 10-kilometer day to Reed's Dump, and then another 25-kilometer day to Mountain Trout Campground. So that's the plan. Obviously, all things going well. And we'll just have to take it one day at a time. So thanks for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe to these videos if you like the content, and we'll hope to see you out there.